What's up, everybody? Cody here from Metal Miners. Had a pretty busy weekend this weekend. Saw Phobophilic on Friday night. Phobophilic, Undeath, Enforced, and 200 stab wounds. On Saturday night, I saw Cattle Decapitation, Obituary, Carcass, and I had to leave for the Amon Amarth set. But it was great shows all around. As far as my preference, I would say probably the Underdogs here, just because it was in a small club. And I feel like those small club venues, it's a little more intimate. I got to talk with the guys from the bands, give my props, get some merch. So I just feel like with that small venue, you get a more like personal feel and can actually talk to the bands and stuff and have a good time. Not to say that I didn't have a good time at the big show, just that, you know, it's so closed off to everybody, and I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying, but I feel like the smaller club has a better vibe to it, I guess. This was in like an amphitheater at Universal, so there was a ton of people there, but I think I just prefer the small setting. So what's playing in the background? Abbott, Dread Reaver. This came out this year, actually. Listened to it a few times. I like it. No real complaints. Do I like it as much as Immortal? No, I do not. Do I like it as much as his old Abbott stuff? Not really. But still, quality album. You know, I love Abbott. Pretty much everything he does, I think, is great. And I think he's just a funny guy, wholesome guy. You know, maybe the drinking has got a little out of hand, but I'm pretty sure he's better on that end. So, shout out to Boff. Keep it going, buddy. Got a collection update for you, all vinyl. My dog's lurking around somewhere, up to no good, no doubt. Mostly black metal. Let's see. Yeah, almost all black metal with one death metal album. So yeah, let's get right into it. Some of these I've already done videos on from my Saturday Bandcamp special. So if I hit one of those, I'll just give like a brief description and kind of keep it going. I have 10 records to show, so I'm not going to be super in depth with all of them, as that would take like a 40-minute video. But I'll try to keep it going as quick as possible. First up is an Australian black metal band. This came out in 2019. It's a 3-piece. That is Molog Tree. I'll show you the vinyl here. It's super sick vinyl. Yeah, you would think it would be depressive, suicidal black metal with the lyrical content mostly about suicide, depression, things like that. But this seems like a more straightforward black metal to me. If you'll remember, this was featured on my Saturday Bandcamp special, so I'm gonna keep it going here. You can get these copies super cheap, Discogs, anywhere really. I think I bought this for $14, and it's a full length, so really cheap stuff, and certainly worth the money there. Next up is a legend in the black metal scene, especially the Finnish black metal scene. That is Satanic War Master. If I can get this to focus in. I'm trying a new camera setting, so this is Carolinian Satanist Madness. Came out in 2005. One piece by Werewolf, of course. This is jam-packed. It's got a live recording. Let's see. It comes with live recording and the full length. I'll go ahead and show you those. It's a gatefold. Here's the live recording here on a picture disc. And The regular vinyl comes on a red, a see-through red, transparent red maybe. Side anger, side blood. So I guess red makes sense there. Yeah, this was the first I had heard from the band because you can't hear their stuff on Bandcamp or Spotify. It comes with this big booklet as well. Is it a booklet or a poster? It's a booklet. Has all the lyrics and stuff. It's upside down, I know. But yeah, first I'd ever heard from this band. I saw it on a Hell's Headbangers and I was like, dude, I've heard so much about this, especially that Finnish scene. And he's obviously the biggest name from there. So I was like, let me give it a cop, see how it is. This thing's chock full of riffs. I mean, it's riff city, really. So I have no complaints with that blind purchase. Super good stuff. Love the riffs. Just really good stuff. I mean, not much else to say. So let's move on. Next up is something I'm thrilled to have. I never thought I'd have anything from this band. Got it secondhand, got it used, but still at a really good price. I've checked. Winston! My dog is causing trouble. I've checked the Discogs, and it's worth some coin, more than I paid for it, certainly. This is a band that I've talked about before, but like I said, I have yet to get anything from the band. This is a demo. It's Lamp of Murmur, Melancholy Howls, and Ceremonial Penitence. This came out in 2019. Like I said, it's a demo, one piece. Comes on this awesome red, not a transparent like the last one. Almost looks pink in the video, but it's red. Yeah, this is really good stuff. Anything Lamp of Murmur does, I really like. Even the kind of gothic punk, his latest release, which typically I wouldn't like, but I still really enjoyed. I believe it's like a Sisters of Mercy, I want to say, kind of worship a little bit with some black metal influences and stuff. But yeah, super stoked to have this. Lamp of Murmur, Melancholy Howls, and Ceremonial Penitence. Where am I at? Oh, almost 8 minutes already. Alright, I'm going to try and keep it moving forward. Next up is a full length. This comes from the Michigan black metal scene of the 90s that was so just bursting at the seams. You know, things like Lucifer's Hammer, including this band. This is Wind of the Black Mountains. Sing Thou Unholy Servants. Came out in 1998 from Michigan, like I said. It's a 4-piece. It's kind of a rather strange album, honestly. And I don't know, I'm keeping it going with this red. There's a little transparent red for you. That's 3 reds in a row. Next one's white, so we won't have to worry about that. I'll give you an idea of how weird this album is. It has a cover of Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit. Except this one's called Black Goat. So it's just like a really kind of strange album, but something about it, it's got like a charm to it that I really appreciate. And it's got some really good riffs on it once they, get to riffing, which I'll be honest, it takes some time. But yeah, if you're into weird stuff, check this out, because it is certainly weird. Not your average black metal, but hey, what is it? Variations, the Flavor of Life, or something like that. I don't know. We'll keep it going. Next up, some Dungeon Synth. Coniferous Mist. This is Lost Mountain Pathways. This came out this year through Out of Season. It's a double LP, comes on this white, or maybe cream. No, I guess you'd call it white. But really great dungeon synth. Mist, the guy behind the project, is prolific with his stuff. I mean, always putting out really good stuff. Really, if his name's attached to it, chances are I'm gonna like it, and chances are I'm gonna buy it. This is just really great fantasy dungeon synth. So if you're into that, definitely check this out. Still copies hanging around, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. I think I paid like $30 for it, which is fair. But yeah, really good stuff. If you're into dungeon synth, check that out. Or if you just want to support Mist, which I always like to do, go ahead and get you a copy. Next up is a compilation of Brazilian black metal demos. That is Abyssal Temple. This came out in 2022. Got this through Adirondack Black Mass. Got it a while ago, quite some time ago, but like I said, I'm just backed up as can be. Constipated, if you will. Another white vinyl. Man, I'm really killing it with the color coordination today. Didn't even do it on purpose. This is sashimi grade black metal. Raw as hell. But it has some really good riffs. I really like the drumming on this as well. Really interesting listen. Like I said, it's raw as raw can be. Super, super raw. Like I said, sashimi grade. But wow, it's really good stuff. That was a blind buy for me. I'm a sucker for the traditional Xerox kind of covers and the traditional black metal stuff. So anytime I see it, I'm like, buy. So that's kind of what happened there, and turns out it's really good stuff. So let's move on. Next up is a demo, Spanish black metal, kind of early first wave black metal. Think maybe Hellhammer, Celtic Frost, maybe a little Malleus in there from last video. But these guys have the best promo shoots, photos in the game, if you ask me. That, of course, is Sacrificio. I mean, just look at that cover. How sick is that? This is a 3-piece, came out in 2014. Sacrificio self-titled, Spanish black metal out of Madrid and surrounding areas. Just comes on a black vinyl here. I believe Joe Rott was the guy who put me onto this. Oregonian Hunger. As soon as I saw, just these promo shots, I was all in. Nothing like, fellas in full armor getting ready to play some first wave black metal. So, do I even really need to say more? Should you buy this? Yes, I got it from Hell's Headbangers. Go buy it right now, because anybody who puts this much effort into a cover, into promo shoots, you should support wholeheartedly. So that's really all I gotta say about this. Fantastic stuff. Love the photo shoots. I need to get their full length. Like I said, this is the demo. They're broken up, so no more Sacrificio after the full length. But I will remedy that soon. Rest assured. Keeping it in Spain, we're heading over to Catalonia. This is Calderum. Mystical Fortress of Iberian Lands. Came out in 2022. This is Spanish black metal / dungeon synth. Comes on a black vinyl. I'm just killing it. First it's red, then it's white, then it's black. This was featured in my Saturday Bandcamp special. I believe it also made it for my top 10 or top 20 that I did the live stream with Patrick over at Heavy Therapy. It'll be on my top. We're not sure if we're gonna do top 10 or top 20. If it's in my top 20, it'll be there. But if we do top 10, maybe not. But wow, really good stuff. Love the Dungeon Synth parts. Love the black metal parts. Just check it out, man. Just check it out. Next up is a release that I slept on. I was super asleep on this release. I think this was another Oregonian Hunger recommendation. Or at least he posted on his story, and I was like, wow, that looks good. And then I saw it a whole bunch of times. And then I saw it at Hell's Headbangers. They had it on a cool blue vinyl. Still slept on it. That's Chamber of Unlight. Realm of the Night. This is a 3-piece out of Finland. Symphonic black metal. But let me stop you right there if you're thinking, oh, symphonic, get the hell out of here. This is symphonic, but it doesn't lose its edge, which I think is very rare. Comes with a insert. Yeah, it doesn't lose its edge. It's still got that kind of raw-ish black metal feel to it. Still super aggressive. You know, it's not like Dimmu Borgir, who is, in my opinion, black metal like without its claws, if that makes sense. It's a house cat. We want these outside cats. We want like Bengal tigers and shit. We don't want, you know, a domesticated cat in black metal. Come on now. We want it like Smeagol or Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Give it to us raw, you know what I mean? Pause. But you know, give it to me with some angst, you know what I mean? None of this, you know, clean shit, you know what I mean? But this hits the mark. Kind of reminds me of Emperor a little bit, where it's still got that oomph to it, but it's got the symphonic parts. So that's Chamber of Light, Realm of Night. Next up is one that I don't think I've shown yet, but this is just a classic Florida death metal. That is Death, Individual Thought Patterns, 1993. Of course, this is death metal. This isn't my favorite death. That would go to Spiritual Healing. But this has probably my favorite death song on it. The Philosopher. Last track. Fantastic track. This is kind of where I prefer the older death, I guess. This is kind of getting a little too technical for me. But still really good stuff. I'm still going to collect their whole discography just out of support. Chuck Schuldiner, who is a god. Not much else to say about that record. With that being said, that concludes the video for me. Still got a ton of stuff coming down the pipes. I think my next video will be how I got into metal. Kind of like my metal journey, I guess. That always seems to be interesting, and you know, I look forward to those type of videos from different creators. So be on the lookout for that. But remember, only the good stuff.